Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Today we're going to do it live, we're going to do it raw. I'm driving here in the mountains of beautiful Hesperia, California, and I'm going down to Riverside. You know, just taking a trip down to see the family, but I waited to make this video, and I wish I could have made it, you know, the regular way I do my videos, but, you know, I had to come down and see my family. And this video is about the direction of Intellivision and how specifically the supporters were misled. You know, I really don't like when people that are more sophisticated in finance take advantage or manipulate other people. And when it comes to that phone call that was interpreted for the supporters, let me tell you, the fact that it took that long of a time to interpret these documents tells you that the only reason, okay, that you received that briefing is because they wanted to give you a received opinion, right? They wanted you to digest those facts through the lens of the company. And the company, for all practical purposes, when it comes to what they told you that we're going to do as opposed to what they did, hasn't been 100% honest with you, okay? And I'm not telling you this to make a controversial video or anything. I'm going to really simplify it for you based on the words that you guys have said, right? Of what would be helpful, most helpful to this company and to the Intellivision project. More than one of you has said that if more people played it, they would be more excited, because once you play it, you get to realize, you know, how good the system is, right? And you would get to have more faith in the system. And I completely agree with you, right? Even though, you put my hat on, my hair's blowing here. Even though, you know, a lot of people are very critical of the system, I think it's a system for me. You know I would like it just the way it is. And I agree with you that the more people play it, they would have a better opinion of the system, right? Especially video game players of my age, Generation Xers, I think they would love this game just the way it is. But the fact is that they didn't choose that route, even though you felt that way. And even though they told you that that's what we're gearing to, they didn't do that. And I know a lot of you have been following my videos for a while now, and I've given you breakdowns of what could be done. One of the things that I told you that could be done is these custom kiosks, right? And I even gave you the budget of what these kiosks would cost, right? Because that's something I'm very familiar with. Even if we went the expensive route and we did stainless steel kiosks, right, with wheels and everything that you could port around, the budget for every kiosk would be anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 per unit. That doesn't include the system itself or the TV, right? So if you had a demo unit there where you just had samples of games, you know, the ones that they carry to these events, right? Let's give it a budget of $1,000, right? Let's get crazy. Let's give it a budget of $1,000 for these kiosks for every unit. That would make it $8,000 on the high end, right? So far per unit. And let's add another $1,000 per TV because you wanted high def or, you know, OLED, whatever. Now you're up to $9,000 per display unit. What would these units do? It would let people experience these game systems more. It would let people sample the games and play them wherever the setting was. The claim was that GameStop would not let you host it there. Okay. There's a plenty of independent store shops that would love the traffic, the additional traffic that would come from having these units in-house, because people would go and see them and play them. On top of that, there would be the incentive of getting pre-orders for these, because now you played it, you know. Now you played it, and you know, you get more people ordering this product. All you have to do is hit the 10 major markets with units. But you can make, I don't know, 12 at the high end, at 120 grand delivered. Did the company have 120 grand the last 2 years while you guys have been doing all these events? Of course they have. They never chose to spend the money in that at all, which would have been the best thing for the console. The best thing for all the hopes and dreams that everybody that wanted this console to come out would have been that. That would have been the choice. If you could have got them on GameStop, it would have even been better. But even if you didn't get them on GameStop, right? If you got them in independent shops, which you could do because they would love the traffic, you could have done this very, very positive thing for the Intellivision Amico. But they didn't choose to do that. They chose to pay themselves first. They chose to spend their monies on mostly salaries. And these are salaries that are below the median price for that county, which is a very rich county, by the way. And you're not comparing those salaries apples to apples, right? But where else would these gentlemen get paid those amounts? You know, when it comes to programmers, you know, when it comes to, say, John Alvarado, he can make the same amount somewhere else, probably with his experience. And for the more technical people, of course. But can we say that for the rest? No. This project, for all intents and purposes, has become, oh man, the road is buggy. This project, for all intents and purposes, has become a glorified Patreon for these people. This is secured employment. They have drained the company of resources by, you know, basically wasting money on payroll, which I told you last year that it was happening. And what they told you wasn't 100% the truth. They probably got it right as far as the technicals, but the motivation of the company is not at all what they're telling you it is. Not at all. Not even close. The direction of this company, the way the company has been operating in the last 2 years, their goal has not been to promote the Intellivision Amico. Why do you have marketing departments when you have nothing? What are you marketing? You're just getting a paycheck. Why do you have employees that produce nothing for the investors? Two things can be true. The previous CEO, Tommy Tallarico, could be a very, very nice person, can be very charming in person, and he might be your personal friend. I'll give you that. And at the same time, he could have been a terrible, terrible CEO because he could have made different choices that would have made the company better. And he didn't. And that's something that you can't deny, no matter what you say. I hope for the best for this company. Hopefully Nick Richards will do the right thing, which should be BK and start over, because the previous administration did a horrible job of running the company. I want my wood grain, but if you don't see any of these things happening, if you don't see kiosks start being manufactured and put out there for the benefit of the company, it's just going to be the same thing. And at this point, you need to trust, but verify. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.